Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am just doing a cute little Valentine's Day look. So if you're interested in how I got this, then just keep watching. Alright, so I'm going to first start with the eyes just in case I have any fallout. And I don't really know what look I'm going to be going for today, but I know I'm using the Naked palette by Urban Decay, and it's the Cherry palette. So a lot of pink tones. And you can honestly, like, I know e.l.f. has good options at the drugstore. I got this for Christmas, so I really just want to play with it. So we're going to be starting with eyes. I thought I had tape. I don't have Scotch tape, but I like to tape my eyes just to have like a like winged out look, but I guess I did not. So first I'm going to start with a little concealer on my eyelids. Just a little bit. And I'm going to take a sponge. And we are going to just pat that in. This is going to color correct any darkness that you might have, and it's going to keep your eyeshadow lasting all day or all night, whatever you and your significant other are going to be doing. Or maybe you just want to look cute on Valentine's Day. Like, you don't need a significant other. So I'm going to set that in place with the first color called Hotspot. I don't know if you can see it there. It's just a light color, like a little bone color. You can use any powder, honestly. Loose setting powder, whatever works. I'm just setting it. And then we will, with the big fluffy brush. That is from, I don't know. There's nothing on there, but you can go to e.l.f. or Morphe.com and they have tons. So next I'm going to be going in with the Wet n Wild brush. It's just a fluffy brush, as you can see. And I'm going to be taking the color Caution. It's this color right there. And I'm going to tap my excess off. And I'm just going to be taking that in the crease. So it doesn't really matter if you can see how precise I am. It doesn't really matter. It's a pretty light color. So you can just buff that in the crease to give some dimension. I really want to start finding options for drugstore palettes and makeup, because I was looking at my collection and I was like, what the heck? Like, I don't have a lot of makeup that's from like the drugstore. And I know why, because what I do is I go through my collection and I notice that like I have 3 like contour palettes, and I'm like, why do I have 3 contour palettes? 2 are from the drugstore, one's like, you know, from Sephora, and I'm like, I don't need all this. Like, this is just so excessive. So I give away my makeup, and then I'm like, dang, I have no more makeup. So then I have to repurchase some. But anyways, I'm gonna be going in with the color Feels. It is this one right there. It's like a muted pink tone. And I'm just gonna be taking that on the crease as well. Just a little bit lower than that second color we used. And I'm kind of just taking it like more on the outside and then brushing it in towards my nose. So I have hooded eyes. I don't close my eyes and apply eyeshadow. What I do is I keep it open like this, slightly open, and that way I can really tell where that eyeshadow is going to lay when my eyes are open. And just continue to build up your color. You don't have to just be going out to a fancy dinner at all. So I'm gonna take the brush that came with the palette and I'm gonna dip into the color Juicy, which is this color right there. And it's gonna give more of a vibrant pop of color. And I'm gonna focus this really just below in that lower crease, and I'm not gonna take it all the way in. I'm gonna keep it right down here. I'm going to pack, so this one's gonna be different. I'm not gonna buff in circles. I'm going to pack it in and then blend. Okay, so that's what I have right now. So next I'm going to be taking the color Bing. It's going to be this more vibrant pink. And I'm going to be putting that closer to the lash line. Just tap off the excess. And really focus that down here. And I'm going to actually just bring that slightly in. And same with the other side. How about a mirror here? Okay. Next I'm going to go in with a more tapered brush. Oh, you can't see it on that. And take the color Devilish. This darker shade right there. And that's going to, again, kind of do the same thing, but instead of dragging it in, I'm really just going to focus it right out here, and I'm going to pat. And so what are you guys doing for Valentine's Day? Like me and Miles, he's my boyfriend if you don't know, we just like to hang out at the house. We don't really have any plans. I think it's a Hallmark holiday, to be honest, but I think it's really cute to at least like go to dinner or do like something. But yeah, so that's really gonna add some dimension. Just pack. So anyways, yeah, so just leave below in the comments what you guys are doing for Valentine's Day. Maybe I'll get some inspiration from you and we'll go do something. We both love Mexican food. Like, I can eat Mexican food like 7 days a week. Who am I kidding? Which is a really big issue. But I mean, who couldn't eat Mexican food 7 days a week? It's so good. So good. So yeah, so we might go get Mexican. But now I'm going to take this angled, it's kind of like an angled fluffy brush from e.l.f. And I'm going to dip into the color Drunk Dial. It has kind of like a shimmer in it, but it's the second to last color there. And I'm going to be putting this like liner. Okay, maybe I'm not. So I don't like that. That has no color payoff. As you can see, I've never like used this palette. I've used it once just playing around with 2 colors and that was it. But now I have to do what I did to that side. To this side. It has literally no color payoff. So we're not going to be taking that color. I'm going to be taking Privacy, which is the darkest color in the palette. Just hopefully like making that darker. Oh, okay, that looks better. I just really want my lash line smoked out. I'm not going to be putting on eyeliner. I like to do a wing eyeliner, but I feel like going with like a softer look because you're using so many pinks. So going with the softer smoked out line or lash line is going to look better. At least on me. If you want to do liner and false lashes, by all means, wing it, girl. Wing that thing. I kind of look like a hot mess without any makeup on, like face makeup on, and it's just like bam pink eyeshadow. So yep, I'm just going in with this angled brush now, and I'm angling it downward so I can really get to that lash line. Yep. And then I just close and flick. Okay, so let's get into face makeup now. I am going to take the Origins Pore Perfecting Cooling Primer. Longest name ever, so I'm not going to say the whole thing, but I'll link all the products I use in the description box. And it's like such a cool texture. It's like a foam. So I just rub in between my hands and then pat on. So this is going to take away all, hopefully all of my pores. It won't take away all of your pores, but it'll really smooth out your pores. And I just kind of put it in that T-zone where your pores can look bigger. And just pat it. I have just like a powder brush. I'm just gonna take away all that eyeshadow, just dragging up so that it can kind of start creating that winged up look. It'll make your eyes just look more pulled and tight and, you know, younger. So now let's go in with foundation. There it is. I'm using the Sonia Kashuk Soft Focus Satin Matte Foundation. Ooh. On a flat top brush. This is from Morphe. If you do not have any like brushes and you're really new to brushes, this brush set I highly recommend. So it comes with these brushes, and this is like literally all you need for a collection. Foundation brush. I use this as a bronzer brush because I like how it is tapered at the like top, and then it'll flare it out, so it's really good at blending your bronzer. Highlighting brush, powder brush, which is really good for under eyes or touching up places, and then a blush brush is what I use this for. Highly recommend getting this set. Like, it's so good. I don't know how they do it. It's like $20 too. Okay, so back to what we were doing. Take a flat top brush. I do one big pump to start off with, and I just tap and start stapling it in. Don't forget to bring it down your neck. So I drag it down my neck. I don't really have a cool technique for that. You just But this foundation is a satin matte, which is really nice because sometimes I feel like matte foundations can really tug at the skin and like show all of your imperfections that you might have. And so this foundation has more of a like sheen to it where you can get away with more. But it's still matte. It's not going to make you oily. Which that's what I struggle with, is finding foundations that don't make me oily through the day. And this one, it works really good. I like to go the extra mile, especially if you're going to be taking pictures, and taking a damp beauty blender and just tapping it in to make sure that foundation is good and blended and set in. So sometimes a brush can kind of like leave a residue of foundation. Like if you're stippling it in, it's pretty good, but sometimes it can just leave that, and I like to just make sure it's all good and even with my beauty blender. Okay, so now I'm going to be concealing, and I use 2 concealers typically, for one for my under eyes and one to conceal like blemishes. So I'm going to be using the Double Wear Estee Lauder Stay in Place concealer under my eyes, and it's more of a wet concealer, so it doesn't really crease once it's dried down. And I just use that, and I'll use it to highlight my nose. And we'll blend that out with a damp beauty blender. And this is when you're gonna create that clean line with your eyeshadow as well. And as you can see, it's creating that winged look. And that's why we start with the eyeshadow, so that you can create that later. And I bring my concealer down the side of my nose and around, just the excess. I don't put any more product on there. But just blend, blend, blend until you feel like you are golden. Okay, and then we'll blend on this side. Same way. Bring it down my nose and around. And that's gonna block out any redness that you might get around your nose. I don't get it too bad, which is why I don't use excess product. I just use what is there. Okay, and then I'm going to take what I have down the bridge of my nose, and I blend it upwards. So I take it and I blend up. I don't know why. I don't think it really matters, but I just like to have that product come upward. Okay, and now for the rest, I have some blemishes like down here and over here. So I'm going to take Tarte Shape Tape concealer, and it's a little bit darker, so it's not going to like highlight those blemishes. A little there, a little on my cheeks, and a little on my forehead to conceal up there. And I take like whatever part of the take it. I don't like to go crazy with the ashy contour shade because it can make you look muddy. But I will show you a trick, and I'll show you a trick later, which will help so much. And this is why I love this palette. Like, if anything, I would buy this palette. I'm just going to take that color lightly on my forehead, down my nose, and I don't do like a heavy nose contour with like the smallest brush. I think honestly whatever brush you're using will do the trick. Underneath your nose and your jawline. This will just add shade to make you look more pulled back. And I want a little bit more color on my cheeks. Okay. Once you have that done, then you can take this bronzer shade and just swirl like a stippling brush or whatever brush that you have. And with a stippling brush, I like to actually do in circular motions over that contour shade. And you can just see the difference. Okay, now for the best part. So that powder brush that we did for setting under our eyes, I'm going to take this light color in this palette and I'm going to clean up that line. Like you can see how much of a difference it already makes. And if you feel like you have too much, you can even use it on that bronzing. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to be taking a new blush today. I just got it. It was actually on sale for like half the price. It was 50% off. So I'm going to take it. It's number 7, the brand. And it's in the color Peach Velvet. So hopefully this isn't crazy looking. But I thought it was like a really pretty color, especially with what vibes we're going with today. So I'm just going to be applying that to the apples of my cheeks. And just like a slight brushing motion. That's actually really pretty. There's not too much pigment on it. Turns out really pretty. And don't get too close because it'll really pull everything back in that you're trying to like pull out. And I like a lot of blush. I think it's very pretty. But yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm really excited because that was so cute. I'm glad I bought that. It was 50% off, so I was like, I have to do it. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with highlighter, and I bought this today too because it was 50% off. I don't know what Target's clearance were, but those are the 2 highlighting shades, and I think I'm gonna take a mixture of both because they're so pretty. And I'm just gonna be taking a highlighting brush, dipping in this might be a bust. Oh, it wasn't. It actually showed up, I think. Yeah. So that's actually really pretty. It has like a wet look. I really like the warmer color in it. But very pretty highlighter. And I'm just brushing that on, and you can even use your finger if you want tip of my nose, and I'm gonna go down my nose a little bit. And my Cupid's bow. And yeah, I think that's good. Okay, now let's finish up our eyes and then we will be done. Okay, so you're gonna take a smaller brush. So this has a smaller point to it. Let's see if it'll pick it up. Okay, nope, it's not gonna focus on it. So you're just gonna take a smaller brush and go in with some of those colors that you used on top. So I'm just gonna take the color Caution and Feels on that small brush and start blending out the lower lash line. This isn't gonna give you a lot of color at first because I'm taking the lighter shades just to give it a base. Okay, and then I'm gonna take that juicy color and apply that. All over. Okay, and then I'm going to take Bing and focus it more on the outer corner. Alright, and then lastly we're going to take Devilish and focus that even more on the outer corner. Alright, and once you have your bottom lash smoked out, then you can move on. Okay, so we are going to go to brows. So I've never tried Benefit brow products. I actually like the NYX brow pencil. I love that brow pencil, so that's what I use normally. But I'm going to take a spoolie. Shout out to Emily for leaving this with me because I've stole it. It's officially mine. Just gonna brush my brows out, and I'm going to take the Benefit Precisely my brow pencil, and I'm just going to take light fluffy strokes. Is how I like to, and I start not all the way to the tip right there, but I start in the middle. And I will just lightly stroke. And this part takes a little bit longer because you want to get every stroke like brush, like your hair. Still going. This brow pencil though is so good. Like, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like Benefit. Like, I'm okay. It's not really exciting. And then I bought it, and it's in the mini because I wanted to try it out. I love it. It goes on so easily. So if like you're a dummy for brows, buy this, and it's so easy. It just glides on. Okay, and I'm gonna do the other eye off camera since it takes so long. Okay, I'm back with brows. I put my hair up because I was getting a little hot. And I'm just gonna take a clear brow gel. I know that, what is the company? that I bought that from. I think it's Wet n Wild. I think Wet n Wild has a clear brow gel. I can't remember, but I'll link this one. It's Anastasia. I feel like it holds my brow so good. And I really want to try the Milk Makeup one. Oh my gosh. But it's always sold out every time I go to buy it. So I just brush how I want my brows to fall, because it's going to hold it in place. So make sure that's the shape that you want. And this brow takes longer than this brow, always. And they're gonna be sisters. They might be cousins, but at least you have brows. You can be thankful for brows. All right, and then lastly, I'm gonna go in for the eyes. Lastly, I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. If you're looking for a drugstore mascara, the L'Oreal Paradise, it looks like the Better Than Sex bottle. So good. It's a dupe for Better Than Tarte. What is that brand? Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And then I just go in. This mascara though is so good. I recommend this. It's so good. Get my mirror. And I focus more of my mascara on the outer so they flare like a wood falsies would. And then I go to the other side. And I'm going to apply it to this side. And I'm going to repeat that step again, because I like to do at least 2 coats. Okay. So good. Another dunk. And just apply. Then I'm going to take a little on the bottom. I don't typically, but whenever I smoke my bottom lash line out, I always put mascara on the bottom. Same for this side. Like, that looks like a false lash. That's insane. This is why I don't do my bottom lashes. I am terrible at bottom lash mascara. But if you ever get it too long, just take your finger and pinch and it'll come off without making a mess. Okay, and let's see. I bought this today too, so I just am trying out lots of stuff, but I'm trying out the Pixie Milky Mist, and it has hyaluronic acid in it, so I really wanted to try this. Ooh, yeah, okay. Wow, that was really nice. And then some lips. So I have different lipstick options. I think I'm gonna go with more of a cream lipstick. And I just like to tap it on and rub. And just get any spots that you might have missed with rubbing. Super pretty. All right, and this is the makeup look. So I'm going to show you now how to get some cute little beachy waves. What I do, since I have shorter, and which you could do this with longer hair. I've had longer hair. This is what I do with my longer hair too. I just put it like half up, half down, just like the top part, and a cute little bun. I just take my wand. Oh shit. I just take my wand and curl it around. If you have longer hair, obviously it's going to be easier for you. God bless you. But for us short hair girls, I have short hair at the moment, okay? It's gonna grow. I love my short hair. It's a cute little season I have. But I just love my long hair. I love a good bun, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love a good high pony and I love a good bun. Anyways, I'm done being sad about my hair. I love my short hair. My hairdresser would kill me if I told her, Christina, I love my hair, don't worry. Okay, and then when you're done curling around your head, take the top part out and do the top part. And I'm going to start again from the back side, this big chunk back here, and I'm going to curl. And I'm gonna curl going outwards like I did in the bottom half. But that is it. And now I'll just go spray with some hairspray. You can spray with some texturizing spray and really get that texture, build that body up. If you don't have texturizing spray, dry shampoo works. And yeah, just play with it until you have it how you want it. And then you can spray. Myself. Thank you for watching, guys. I really hope that you got some inspiration on this Valentine's Day look. And if you like videos like this, then just give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I am posting videos 3 times a month. I don't really have a set schedule just yet, but just stay on the lookout for them. I will be posting on my Instagram, which is Courtney_Megan. So yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.